I'm back. As y'all can see, I'm looking a little different today. I got a little inches, whatever. It's a video coming later on that, on me getting my hair done and the experience that I had with my photo shoot. But that's a whole nother video, so y'all stay tuned for that. Ooh, sorry, my head was itching. So as y'all know, I just recently came back from Alaska, and so I'm gonna do a little price recap, which I think is pretty customary for me at this point in time. When I go somewhere, people always want to know how much it costs, how I did it. And one of the main things that I heard from this trip was that people were just really surprised that I flew to Alaska. Apparently a lot of people go to Alaska via cruise, which wasn't something that I was opposed to, but whenever you go on a cruise to Alaska from where I'm from, or really I guess it's not even from where I'm from, because I think the port is in Seattle, the cruise is like a minimum of 7 days. I've never even been on a cruise, and I highly doubt that I'm gonna enjoy being on a boat for 7 days. That just doesn't sound like something that I would want to do. And who got that type of PTO? Not me. Not for one trip anyway. But yes, so we did fly to Alaska. So I'm getting ready to break down everything, costs of the flight, the hotels, the excursions, and just all of that good stuff there. All right, so y'all know last time I had my little handy dandy notebook, but I'm traveling right now, so I got my little handy dandy iPhone 15 that's got everything in here that I need to know. Okay, so starting with the flights, we flew out of, where did we fly out of? I'll be honest, y'all, I don't even remember where we flew out of. And what I do know is that the flights were like around 555, in the 550 to 580 range. And my boyfriend booked our flights for us, and then he was like, you don't gotta pay me back. And I was like, say less. It was a Christmas gift, and I definitely accepted that gift. Okay, so even though I didn't pay for the flight, I'm gonna go ahead and include that information. It's gonna be right there. So let's just say $580 for the flight to Alaska. Now our hotel, so when we flew into Anchorage, we stayed there for one night. That hotel was $135.97. But then the second night we had driven to Fairbanks, so our hotel in Fairbanks was $133.56. And so then we went back to Anchorage the following day, and so then we stayed at the same hotel we was at the other day, and it was $136.69. Okay, so that was the accommodations. Now on to the excursions, which obviously everybody's favorite part. We love to travel somewhere and do something different that we ain't never did nowhere else, or that you can't do nowhere else. So the first activity that we did was in Fairbanks, and we did the snowmobile riding. Now they had different options for the snowmobile riding. Like you could ride as a pair, or you could ride individually. You could do 30 minutes, an hour. So I think we did 30 minutes as a pair. I didn't really want to drive it because I'd driven it before, and it didn't really make sense for us to take turns driving for only 30 minutes. So we did that, and the snowmobile was $215.43. Kind of expensive. I did snowmobile riding when I was in Denver, and I don't think it was anywhere near that amount of money. Like $215 is crazy. I don't even know who greenlit that. I have to talk to my boyfriend about that. So then later on that night / the next morning, we went to Aurora Point, which is where we went to see the Northern Lights, and that was $106 total. Now honestly, we got there 2 hours late. It was supposed to be from 10 to 2. We got there like after 12. Nobody checked the ticket. Nobody checked our name off a list. Nobody came up to us to see, you know, if we had paid. It was just kind of like we rolled up and walked in and take pictures and did all that, and it was that. No confirmation, no verification. So really, I don't think we needed to pay, especially being that we got there so late. And do with that information what you will. If you ever decide to go to Aurora Point, you might be able to skate on buying a ticket. Then later on that day is when we went dog sledding. And so I'm probably, now that I think about it, I'm probably doing these all out of order, but I don't feel like re-recording this, so I'm gonna just say that the next day we did dog sledding. And when we did dog sledding, that was $192.70. And oh, I am doing it in the right order. So that was $192.70. And then we went back to Anchorage, and in Anchorage is where we did the snowboarding, and that was $174 total. So all of these prices right here are total prices for both of us. So I'm gonna cut that in half so we know how much I was responsible for. Then the rental car was $251.47, which was really, really good for 4 days. We rented through Turo instead of like a typical like Thrifty or Hertz or car rental service. So yeah, that was it. Of course there's food and little souvenirs and stuff like that, but I don't really ever account for that because I don't go back and add up how much I spent on food, snacks, and all that other stuff. This is just the main stuff, the nitty-gritty. The travel to get there, the travel to get around when you're there, the excursions, and the accommodations. So the total price is $1,925.82, and this is the total price for 2 people. So the price for 1 person individually would be $962.91. So that is what we spent. Technically, if you subtract that flight, I spent $382.91, but that's neither here nor there. So under $1,000 for 4 days in Alaska with at least 1 excursion every day is actually really, really good. I feel like people think traveling some places is really, really expensive, but that's why you have to take the time to actually research where you're going, because you may hear Alaska and be like, oh, I know that's expensive. It's really not. It's really not that expensive. Now again, just like our trip to Cabo, our Alaska trip was during off season, I guess, if you will. It was right at the end of the winter season and right at the beginning of the spring season. So it's not like a super popular tourist time. Like a lot of people like to come during the early winter, and then people like to come during, you know, when spring starts. So we got there kind of at a good time to where it wasn't super, super cold, and it also wasn't very expensive to do a lot of the things that we did. I would imagine like when it's not the off season, hotels are probably upwards of $200 or $300 a night. Flights are probably anywhere from $700 to $1,000, because I think when I planned initially, I wanted to go to Alaska during the summer. I wanted to go like last July, and I think them flights was like $1,100. So it's all about, y'all hear them dogs barking? I'm in another state right now, staying at my little Airbnb. It's real cute. And it's some dogs. The neighbor has some dogs, and the motherfuckers is barking real loud. Pardon my language. But anyway, yeah, traveling takes time and preparation. Like if you're going somewhere, you have to really take time to plan out what you're going to do. You have to take time to research what the costs are going to be that are associated with that trip. You can't just be like, oh, well, you know what, I'm going to go to Greece, and not put no type of effort and research into what you're going to be spending when you get there. Some people just aren't planners. I get it. They would rather just pay a travel agent to do it, or just hop on a cruise where they don't really have to plan anything. The cruise just takes you and you just get off and do whatever's there. That's kind of like, no offense to anybody that's a cruiser, but I feel like that's kind of lazy traveling. Cruises are lazy traveling to me. Cruises are for people that want to go somewhere but don't want to think about the process. They don't want to think about planning. They don't want to think about making an itinerary. Because you just get on the boat and everything you want to do is on that goddamn boat. And when you get off the boat, it's only so much you can do because you got to get back on it at a certain time. But that's just my opinion. Don't beat me up. Anyway, I'm currently in New Mexico, so please expect a recap video from this real soon. And I'll also do a price recap for this video as well. I think I may start doing like little end credits where like it's like a TV show. You know, like when the TV show started, it'd be like last time on da-da-da-da. I kind of want to do next time on and then have something, but that only works if I've already filmed what I haven't posted. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I don't only post about travel. In fact, I only have 2 or 3 more trips planned. That doesn't mean that's it for the year, but I only have 2 or 3 more trips planned for the remainder of the year. So I'm definitely going to be getting more into my fitness and wellness and beauty and lifestyle bag, because I don't want it to just be like all these travel videos and then people expect that's the only thing that they're gonna see, because that's not the case. But anyway, yeah, catch y'all next time. I'm gonna start posting my videos every Saturday. I'm gonna try. So yeah, bye.